It was a lot of fun in 1970, winning it. It's awful tough answering the questions and just being in the dressing room after a loss like this, is it not?
Well, Don, it's very disappointing. We were beaten by a great club.
The Flyers, the club that in 7 years you've been able to beat?
No. When you get to the finals, any club that's made the finals, you know you've got to give it your best to beat them, and we didn't do it, and they worked and did their best, and they beat us.
Was the turning point that second game when they tied it up?
Well, yes. If we had gone ahead 2-0, maybe we would have come in here playing differently. Last Tuesday, we had a shot at winning in here last Tuesday night, and if we could have pulled one out of here, against a different series, but we didn't, and we're number 2.
How about the last penalty of the game, the penalty against you? Any comment about it? Others have commented on it.
No, it's the series is over. There's a lot of things I'd like to comment about, but we're number 2. The series is over, and there's no sense in going into them now. Nothing can be done about it. I don't think we played as well as we're able to play. We did in spurts, but when you get to the finals, you should be given it 60 minutes of your best, and we just didn't do it. And they worked harder than we did and beat us.
But was it a question of just not being able to get up for them, or what?
Hey, we should have. When you get to the finals, you've got to get up. I wish I knew the answer. We just didn't work as hard as I did, and they beat us.
Perron played as well as he's ever played in this series anyway, and he beat us in this game. We had some real good opportunities, but couldn't put the puck by him. But that's Stanley Cup hockey. What else can I say, Don?
Were you guys tight at all coming in here today?
No, in fact, well, I thought that, myself personally thought that we were going to beat them. I really did. I never even thought about losing.
What was there about the Flyers in this series that made them, just made them win, basically?
Well, I thought they played in front of the net as well as any team I've ever played against. They didn't let you stand around, and I mean, no matter where they could meet you, that they covered me in the slot. Every time I got the puck, there was always a guy, either a defenseman or somebody on me, and they played as well in front of the net as I've ever had played against me and against our team. And I thought that they just worked harder than us, I guess.
How about the second game, the game where they tied it and put it into overtime? Was that the turning point of the series?
That was no doubt a crucial game because we had them 2-0. If we could have put that third one in and would have buried them, so to speak, that could have been the turning point of the series. Probably they beat us in overtime. Power play hit McLeish's skate and went in the net, and that was the ball game. You hate to cry about a certain thing or you hate to complain about a certain thing, but to make 2 penalty calls like he did in the last 5 minutes of a Stanley Cup game, which means elimination to a team, because I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of the way our guys worked. We worked as hard as we could. It's not that they out-hustled us. Maybe they outworked us.
The last goal is the one that you remember always in a series like this. Did you see that all the way as it was coming in?
Oh, the shot from the point, I see it, and McLeish was going across the crease, and he touched it, and I coming out, I covered the angle, but he just had a little piece on it and deflect. So I don't think he saw the puck coming from the punt, because he had a clear shot, and I come out, and I was to make the save for Finley.
It seemed to me that there were an awful lot of Flyers around in front of the crease. Were they putting extra pressure on you?
Oh, that's normal, because a little rebound, if you had the bad luck to give a rebound, you might be in deep trouble. But they've been working hard. They go back and forth. They never stop. So they had a good team, good young team, and so. But in front of the crease, they're real dangerous.
Okay, Gilles, you've had your first full season as being the #1 goalie, going all the way to Stanley Cup Finals. What has it done for your confidence?
I'm glad about my season this year, and especially the playoff. I never thought I'm going to go all the ways because I'm real tired. But the way I've been playing, I'm glad about myself, and I was hoping we're going to win the Stanley Cup. So I'm glad to be here.
And you're confident? I mean, your own personal confidence.
Well, I got all my confidence. No question about it. But the thing is, now I'm going to lose it because we lost. But I'll be ready for next year. And we got to go all the way this time.
Well, sometimes I'm a coach, and I can be constructive. That's my job, and that's the players. That's the way it goes. If they say something about me, what's the difference? I couldn't care less. All I'm concerned about is how guys play on the ice. My job is to make them play. Now, if you can stir them up in the newspapers and sports medias, why not? I mean, nobody gets hurt in this thing because everybody's in it together for 9 months, and if you can't stand the heat, man, you got to go someplace.
Are you coming back with this club next year?
I'm thinking.
Does that mean that you haven't made a decision?
I'm thinking a lot.
Bep, when you started this series against Philadelphia, was it hard for you to get your club up for Philadelphia?
No, we were up for them. We knew that they led the league in their division, and they had to be good. They beat a lot of teams in the Eastern Division. We knew they had a hustling club, and they were hungry, and they wanted to win it because this was their big year. Because last year they got beat by Montreal, and they knew they had Perrant back in the nets. And once they settled down, when Perrant come back from, there's another league around, he come back from there. Everybody could play in this league, and he did. He had a great season. I'll say that officiating there in the last 2 minutes and 22 seconds was something to be asked about, because there's no way in the world when Bobby went down across their blue line, he wasn't pulled down, and he gets up. Imagine he gets up, comes back, and catches the other guy at our blue line, and he gets a penalty. That's got to be one of the most drastic calls a guy could make when he let everything else go for 58 minutes. And I don't blame that beat us, but still, there was 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go, and you keep a big man like Bobby off. I would say that was a terrible call. Bobby Clark was fantastic for that hockey club. He's quite a leader, and I would say that they give the wrong guy the car. He should have got the car. Doesn't matter what Perrant did. This guy is something else.
Bep, outside of Perrant, what was the big difference in the series?
Perrant. He was the big difference in the whole series, and Bobby Clark. Bobby Clark looked real tired today. We knew if it was a long series in the heat, he'd wilt, which he did, but he played great. And like I said it before and I said it again, we started just coming on, and the game was won in Boston. This game was won in Boston. They beat us in overtime, and that gave them a great lift, and they kept coming.
We beat them by a lot of work and hard work, and that's something that's you got to be proud of. We didn't go out just because we have talent. We beat them because we have talent. We beat them by a lot of work.
Fred, there's an awful lot of talk about strategy. What was the strategy in this?
Well, in this particular game, we went over it last night at our hotel, and I said we must give the puck to Orr at every opportunity. I didn't say Orr. I don't believe in naming names, but I said the left corner, when we're shooting, is the left corner, and it's the right corner for Mr. Orr. I want him to have the puck all night, and we're going to be pushing him and shoving him and chasing him all night, and that's the secret to beating Boston.
Any pep talk at last period?
Oh, the last period, like I said, that's exactly what I said in my parting words, where I says, make sure that this period will live forever.